Hey y'all, back with a Miniverse lifestyle. So this one actually ended up being a duplicate. I shook the balls in Target for an aquarium and got one, but it's the butterfly fish and I already have one that's just regular, and then I ended up having another one extra. So I threw in some extras because I didn't want this one to be boring, and I decided to get a little creative with it. So in a second, you'll see me add a bunch of ingredients and an edge of the lifestyle ball. I taped that so that no resin would come out with what I was planning on doing with it. And then I took one of the table legs from the Tables of the Diner series and ended up sticking that to the center to create a little stand. And you see it's stuck. Then I took some extra gravel that I had just to cover the bottom of the stand so you couldn't really see it. I added some resin in there to try to mix it up so that it could have less bubbles than what I do with a tank. I was trying my best to not have any bubbles in this. I had a couple, but it ended up looking good afterwards. So I'm just spreading the resin just to make sure that it'll have all the gravel stick. And then I took out my butterfly fish and I just found two cute little spots for them. It looks like they were swimming after each other, which I thought was adorable. So I just stuck those and then set it. Now I'm just adding more resin so that the rest of the gravel has something to stick to. I really wanted to make sure that everything was going to be stuck and in there and that it wouldn't fall out after I set everything. So I just added gravel and mixed it around with the resin to make sure that everything was going to stick perfectly. And then I think I added some more resin after this so that I could add the little plants in and make sure that those stuck. That's me trying to tap out any bubbles before I set it. And then I added even more resin. I honestly just kept layering the resin. I wanted to make sure that it was going to be submerged. The fish were going to be submerged. I didn't care about the plants, but I just wanted to make sure that at least the fish were covered. Then I took my glue and I started working on the top. So I used whatever leftover soil I had from a different lifestyle ball like a month ago. And I just put that at the top and made sure it formed to the circle. And then I took my little rocks that came with my turtle and I just glued those down just to make sure that they were going to stay properly. And then after this, I believe I glued the turtle down. Yep, there he is. What would you name the turtle? If you could name it anything, what would you name it? Put that in the comments below. I thought I was done until I thought it looked too boring, so then I decided to try and do a little Fromo with some splashes to make it look like the fish were splashing, and I am honestly so proud of how it came out. This is only like my second remix that I've ever done, and I was really nervous to try it, but I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. Let me know what you think.